Oh yeah,
He's
Piston's
good.
here. We had to get in here.
Though.
Well, yeah, you feel. You're almost. The numbers are almost in your favor here. You know, it's 3-2 now.
Yeah, the Canadians are catching up here.
We can't only have so many at one spot at one time.
The Canucks.
Hey, now we're demonetized.
No, I know. We decided. We decided
derogatory
after you talked to him that's not a derogatory thing. We're good.
Well, let's pool it with a secondary Canadian.
Well,
I mean he's the one that said
that's a good idea. Piston is Canuck derogatory.
Inquiring, not Canadian minds want. I think he's gone. I think he saw us coming. He was like,
"That's it.
I'm out."
That's it. I'm offended. I'm out.
Well, that's YouTube for you. You know, we put this up, and you think that it goes out to all of your people. Hey, these guys that you normally watch talk about crap you normally want to listen to are doing a thing. So go watch it. But that doesn't happen. What's your percentage on people that get notifications on your thing?
Oh, like 2%.
2%. Wow. Yeah, it's terrible. If you don't get into the normal like browser feature or shorts feed or those things, those other systems, they just don't work well. Stupid fast truck. How are you?
If YouTube decided to show my wares to people that have subscribed to me, things would be good. But
and that goes for any of our channels. I mean, because Uggles, you got over 1,000 down there. Yep. Midnight, where are you sitting right now? About 5?
6,200.
6,200. There you go. If you got, let's just say, even if half of our normal subscribers were notified of the thing we were doing. What's this guy doing? James, mute your mic, man.
But no, Mrs. Dudes.
It might get good though. So don't mute it.
I think we were about to hear Mrs. Dudes just slap him around a little.
Yeah, that's
bit.
what I thought.
Nice.
I know. As he was muting it, I was like, "Damn, he's gonna mute it right during the domestic violence."
I don't understand why he turned the camera off. That would have increased our viewership.
We want to see that. Well, I don't know if it would have increased our viewership, but it definitely would have increased our reviewership down the road once they started to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, you could have looked at the graph and seen that that's the most replayed moment of the video.
Dude's just getting Well, I mean, so that brings, there's rules about that type of thing for these live streams. You're not supposed to have I don't think that type of violent thing can be.
A mutual friend of ours had something interesting happen to him, which I think is completely ridiculous. So since we're talking about YouTube here, he had his 13-year-old daughter sitting in the cab of his truck and rev the engine up for him.
Yeah. Two Windsor, what's up? On YouTube?
Yes.
Shut up. For child endangerment? He has no idea what the strike's for.
Well, that's what he figures it's for. Is like
that's the problem with YouTube is you have to figure that's what your strike is for. They don't come out and say, "Hey, we didn't like that thing."
But it was not even a warning. It was a strike.
Oh yeah. That's how it goes.
And so I think he's disputing it, but still, I'd imagine it's something the AI caught, and then it's supposed to be reviewed by a person, right?
Oh crap! Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Does I wonder? Yeah, there's a thing you're supposed to. If there's kids in your video, you're supposed to check that button that kids are in your video.
Yes.
I wonder how much that matters.
Well,
dudes will review.
You're supposed to uncheck the button whether it's safe for kids or not, aren't you?
So
okay, which
so there's two different ones. You have the one where you have to say kids are in your video, and this is kids related content, and then you have the one that says this is safe for children. We are never safe for children.
No, never. My channel is probably is safe for children, but I don't mark it as safe for children.
Exactly. Yes. Everything else. Yes, I agree with it in that way. Most times, I don't think any children have any problem watching any of my videos or any of my content I put out. But however, never aimed at children. But then I end up with the, like my kid is in the back of the rig sometimes, but my kid looks like a small adult.
Check my videos because I have never got a strike for it, but I don't recall ever checking that checkbox about kids.
Go the upper right for sure. Oh man.
Time life operator. Where's dudes when you need them?
Right. Well, I want to know what's up with this. When did we get new armless Palmer?
Piston is back. We can ask our question now.
Oh, hey. So dudes has a question, and he's not even here to ask it, but Canuck, is it a derogatory term?
I'll be right back.
Apparently it is, because he ran. These are the things you ask when you're doing YouTube, when you're like, hey, I want to put out a video, but I don't want to offend everybody in the world. So you have to think about, we had to get all of that so she could get into position. Didn't want to have her drag the chair across the room again. Mrs. Dudes, how are you doing?
Good. I have to leave soon, so I'm just here for a moment.
That's what he said. No, that's definitely a she said.
Look at my wife found.
I saw that. Where did this come from?
These are the ones we couldn't find.
And are they worth the gold? Everything? Rich, how's it going, brother?
I don't know. It's Arnold Palmer liquid dough.
So see, there you go. Only if it
Oh,
starts with F and Canuck.
So it has to have a word enhancer, a sentence enhancer on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Fair enough.
I think we call those sentence enhancers.
Like I said, one of our hockey teams is called.
You will excuse us, especially dudes and I, the bearded wonders here, for not being up on Canadian hockey teams. It's just
fair
yeah.
enough.
I don't understand. Why aren't you?
Yeah, I don't get it. You don't watch hockey or what? Now I'm offended.
Listen, I will watch some fights that break out at a hockey game, but the hockey game itself, I'm just not. I honestly don't know what the hell's going on. What is offsides? There's people freaking everywhere. What time? Oh, no. Oh, it was over 7 minutes. I could have done it, but
Speaking of which, Jim, go ahead.
We
Jim.
finally passed the 7-minute cocaine cowboy witching hour. Good. Excellent.
That's what we're calling it.
Right.
I love it.
the cocaine cowboy witching hour. Is that what you just said?
Yes, that is perfect.
We have entered the witching hour.
We've entered all we can see are your boobs.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell you were definitely getting ready for your that video you sent me earlier.
I had to slouch down. That's my wife wouldn't be in the
because she didn't want to drag the chair over? Is that what it was?
Yeah. I remember there's a size difference here.
She dragged it over last time. It's like she was going to interrogate someone.
It did. I thought she was going to hit him with it personally, but I mean, you guys will have to go back and watch last week's show to tell us what you think.
She probably did.
Oh yeah, dudes is definitely one of those dudes who's abused by his wife at home and when no one's looking.
I think so.
She puts him in a cage. You just blink twice if you're safe. That was only one.
I have been marked permanently.
Fact, she has disfigured you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no, that's terrible, Becky.
Oh, we're getting down.
That's a shame. Yeah, I'm reading ahead.
What?
Sorry.
Let's get down here. What? Oh no, Becky. So we hope he's doing well and resting. You guys take it easy up there.
Yeah. That's
good. Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that. Absolutely. And for those of you that are listening,
because I did not read it. Remind me.
Yeah, it's one of the people's their husband had a small stroke, so we're just
not just one of the people. It's one of the people's scrolling across the bottom here. Oregon Trailblazing, Becky Robertson. I really appreciate everything you do for the channel, and hope everything gets better over there.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things actually about YouTube is you do get to meet people all over the place.
Oh yeah, well, and even in closer to home than you might think. I didn't think when I started a YouTube channel 4 years ago on the East Coast that I would end up running. I met Becky at the Dunes like a couple weekends ago. Like she came out to hang out. It was awesome. But I never once in my day, thought that would come out of all of this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, and I met all of you
Facts.
from YouTube, right? I mean, and two of you in person.
Yeah.
But which two? Oh,
That's a mystery. We won't. You put your guesses down below, folks.
I saw old Ryan got himself a little Ford Transit van or whatever.
I don't know what he's getting into, but it seems like he's going to be doing some traveling.
I'm going to say he looks like he's about to be getting into a good time is what it looks like. I think that was a cool little rig he picked up. Which I think that type of YouTubing of, adventure style thing definitely has its market.
Yeah, I mean, that patty potato.
I'll tell you what comes up a lot in my feed is these mostly clothesless women.
I was going to say, I bet what comes up in your feed is very...
one of the other characters from the channel joining me here. So,
hey, what's up, us?
Everyone's Mike. Seen him on the channel once or twice. So you just delivered an engine that we have to put into a minivan. Yay.
Ooh. See, I thought when you started that it was going to be something cool, and then you really minivanned it down there at the end.
Well, family, friends, stuff like that.
Tim, that's crazy. When we started way out there, you literally drove down and around where I used to live. Midnight and I, freaking 35, 40 minutes away from each other when I was in Waldorf. So. Yeah. Well, not with traffic, on non-traffic days.
Yeah. I mean, without the DC traffic,
Yeah.
Oh, good. Fox made it finally.
Fox has made it. This is good.
The chat is safe. We've been actually just milling about for 11 minutes waiting for him to get here, but now that we're here,
I think you got that wrong. I think the chat is no longer safe when Fox shows up. Isn't that how it works?
That is actually probably more accurate.
That's kind of fact, right?
Yeah, he's a bit of a wild card sometimes. Listen, he gets a few crayons in him and he gets all antsy in his pantsies over there, but it'll be all right. Yeah, you guys do.
Okay, so what are we talking about on YouTube? What, dude, you want to get us started here?
Started. We've been in it.
No. You know what?
It's the half-hour pre-conversation.
When dude starts, it ain't going to stop, right? So
the dudes is up in this ivory tower of YouTube at 130,000 subscribers, and his down week this week, he gotten how many views?
We're down to 70,000 views a day. That's unacceptable.
You're down to. I don't even know if I have 70,000 views.
I know. This is the conversations that I have with dudes on a regular basis. He's like, YouTube is bullshit. 140,000 views in 2 days. I don't even know why I do this. And I'm just like,
I got 52,000 in the last 28. So
I know. I just text back with,
we officially dropped below 3 million views in a month, and that's unacceptable. Non-demonetizable.
Yes. If you were only getting monetized for your short content, that's a big freaking deal.
Being under 3 million, that's unachievable to meet the standard to become monetized through shorts.
Well, you know what? You just have to make better content, I guess.
I know.
That works, eh?
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. That's what you do.
Well, so I think there is some validity to make better content on the long form side, and that equals some more views.
The term better content is a very vague, unjustifiable term, because what is good content is definitely different from whoever's creating it.
Oh, absolutely. I think that is a very movable target for sure, and is very dependent upon the person watching.
Well, and I think there's something to be said, and I'll say this because I'm bad at long form content for the full reason of I over edit, overanalyze, and overproduce.
That is a problem. You would rather edit it a million times and never put it out because it's not right. Whereas I will edit it enough and say, just let it rain. We'll see what happens. My next video will be better is my Jim's got a storm going on down there right now. So
he got Starlink card, did he?
Well, it's Starlink and a storm, so it's a little of both.
It's an anti-Link storm, anti-Starlink storm.
We got Destroyer in the house now too.
You have a what?
This dude with wrenches party don't start.
Fox.
Oh, the dude.
All right.
DW.
Make horrible content, but you make very good anti-theft devices, which brings us into a lot of things we've talked about with other people about YouTube.
There's a right and wrong way to do YouTube.
Well, yes,
there is a different goal basis.
Yes, it's kind of hard to say it's a right and wrong way because there's
no right and wrong. There's just different goals.
Yes, and having a business that you can promote through your YouTube, other than a business that is your YouTube, becomes basically.
That's the reason for social media. Period.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
If you're not trying to sell something, either it be content or an actual item, you're doing it wrong.
Well, that depends on the social media. No. I feel like on Facebook, very few people are selling anything through their Facebook.
And they're doing it wrong. I never had Facebook before YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. Never had any social media at all.
100%
disconnected from society and enjoyed every second of it. I don't know why I'm here.
So I have a bit of that myself. If you go back, you won't find me in pictures of things. I'm not in a lot of pictures. I don't like to have my picture taken, but I'm literally a dude who shoves a freaking camera in my face and talks to it. But to be fair, I talk to myself before the camera, so yeah.
In all honesty, somebody talked me into doing this for the potential earnings of something, not good earnings or wishing of grandeur, just potential for something to happen, and you're doing it anyway, so you might as well film it.
So that's the trick. You're doing it anyway. We've had many talks about how we approach YouTube is we are videotaping the things that we are doing. I'm not going out and doing things because, that'll make good content. And I think that's apparent if you watch my content, because it's not great content.
I too fall into this category.
Yes. And I understand that, but it's only worth so much effort in, because you can put all of the effort in the world into a video and make it a great video. But if YouTube doesn't show it to anyone and it doesn't hit, then it doesn't matter.
And then that segues into, are you doing things only to create content? And would those things ever happen or get done if it wasn't for YouTube? And that
happen or
get into so many questions for every content creator and every channel and everything.
Or get done. Because I feel like things happen because of YouTube is not necessarily I'm not saying it's a bad run, but it's not the way I like to do it. Things that get done because of YouTube, I mean, having a little bit of like a deadline or a little pushing to finish a project, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like if you had a project you were already going to do before YouTube, and now you're doing it to put it up, like finishing the project, I feel like that's good, right?
You're onto something there too, because that brings in the No Name Nationals.
Yes, deadlines.
The deadline, right? And that's one of the reasons I'm pushing so hard on the Parisienne right now, because I would very much like to take that car down to the No Name Nationals. So normally would I do this? I don't know. I don't think I would push myself as hard as I am right now.
Thank you, Becky.
On that note, and this is a question for you, since you've been part of the No Name Nationals and we haven't, and we're delusional to the ideas that we put forth on ourselves, and we did not put this together because we're not smart men.
Dano,
is there a relation between the No Name Nationals and the duct tape drags?
No, there is not. The only relation,
even though they're on the same weekend,
is they happen to fall on those weekends. Now, last year it just kind of worked out. That's
what I thought happened, but then. James, when I found this out, and I was just like, is it because of that? Because 2 years in a row, you do it on the same day?
No, so they actually picked this is twice it's happened now. So this year, they purposely picked earlier so that they wouldn't run up against the duct tape drags, and then they changed the date of the duct tape dribs.
Shut up.
We were wondering about that, too. We're like, this seems like it's moving around.
Yeah.
We
didn't investigate that far. We only looked up last year and we're like, well, it must be.
So now is there a relation? I don't see why they would compete with the No Name Nationals. Like they're two.
Yeah, we didn't understand that.
Different events.
We're not trying to essentially poo-poo on the other event, are we?
Yeah, well, that's what we were wondering too. If it was like,
I thought the duct tape drags were the weekend after No Name Nationals. Now, I think unless they changed it to the same weekend.
I have no idea.
Pretty sure they're the same day.
Somebody was looking at something and asked me because it turns out Arizona's a lot closer to my house.
Well, agreed. But you know what?
I'm in the middle. I'm close to everything.
Yeah, and you're also close to what is that thing that you're getting?
Duratio.
What is duratio?
Oh, he wasn't here for that part. Tell him about your duratio.
So to break down what a duratio is essentially a straight line tornado without the swirly bits and the same wind speeds that just blanket the landscape and just mow everything down in its path.
Apparently, it's really bad.
We call that Tuesday.
It's just Canadian weather. He said your Iowa weather's a bitch.
I don't know. Iowa weather.
He will definitely fight you on this because he tells me about some terrible Iowa weather all the time.
All I've heard.
Why do you live there?
Is our smoke for like how long now?
He has really been on that broken record for a while. I have like actual wildfires that are like 70, 80 miles away from me currently, and it's not even that bad. No one wants to hear about your
outside demon. And all I see is burning acres, just sky of blacky smoke, like World War III's going on out here. And then all I find out is just Canuckistan doing Canuckistan things.
So this is the thing I tell dudes all the time about content. Put the content up. Film it, edit it, and throw it up there.
I have more content that I have never put up than what I've ever put up. And I have more content that I've removed than I almost have up total.
Oh, yeah. Tell them that number. Tell them the amount of views you have deleted from your YouTube channel. And what are the reasons that you deleted millions of views?
It was a bad idea. At the end of the day, don't delete views.
This is YouTube talk right here. This is good information that probably should have been out. It turns out what happens when you delete 100,000 views off of your channel all of a sudden?
They don't like that. And they then take your analytical numbers that they like to use against you, and then they go, what happened here? Because when you delete those things, everything goes into a negative revenue number. It's a really bad wrong way spike. And then things all go downhill for a while until they readjust.
Well, and it makes sense too, because what we've seen with a lot of analytics and time watching things happen is they're definitely using how your old videos do in order to steer your new videos to people. So when you delete 100, I've deleted, I think 300,000 views in a day one time, and YouTube did not like me.
I think I got a congratulations. You've hit 150,000 views recently.
Yeah.
I've deleted 26 million views.
Oh, no, you want the real number? Let him tell you the number of people that have unsubscribed from his channel. That's the number that'll hurt you. Yeah. It's over 20,000 now, right?
It's down. It's bad.
Yeah. 20,000 people have, or don't quote me exactly, but I think it's up there like that. That's a ton of people that have been like, you know what?
Are these people were bots or what, right?
It's 24 minutes. So that's 20,000 people that said, fuck dudes with branches.
Yeah. I hate this guy. Why did I subscribe to this guy again? Look at this fool.
Well,
so it's an unrolled tornado.
That's going to help him out, but I don't think that'll help him out.
He didn't notice you left. It's fine.
Yeah. Now, dude, you said something about your long form content not being good. You're wrong. It is actually good,
but
it's just not, for some reason, not pushed. It's not.
But that goes back to YouTube showing your stuff. You can have the best content in the world. You can spend hours editing. You can spend hours filming it. If YouTube doesn't show it to anyone, your content is still worse than the guy they do show that didn't do any of those things.
Absolutely. I've seen some pretty awful content, like people taking fenders off of a common car that has hundreds of thousands of views.
Well, so that brings that's where automotive content is really
How-to.
weird. How-to becomes its own thing. You can have
entertainment.
Exactly. You can have terrible how-to videos that do great numbers, but I don't think they do great money.
I too have how-to videos, and they don't do great.
Well, it's because they're on cars no one cares about it. They're Canadian.
Well, it could be. Could be.
That's my old money laugh right there.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. You got to be
terrible vehicles. I own 350Z
because it's not a Jag.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's very railroad money laugh right there. Yeah.
It isn't a car.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, you're silly, Buffy.
That's
well, so that's the trick too. I watched, and Dudes and I were talking about this a couple of days ago. I watched Cletus McFarland do a podcast with Cooper. And what I got from that podcast is not even at his level does he have any idea what the hell's going on with YouTube. And he makes a point to say, like, without YouTube, the 25 employees he has don't have a job. Like, it's very important, but he is just throwing things at the board to see what happens to try and
I think in the end,
get to that next level.
But there is something he did do, and that's network.
Yes, he diversified and bootstrapping and all of these other things to go around. What
we're calling it networking now.
So Cletus?
He went and synergized.
Listen, he totally networked when he was doing that 1320 and Streetcar takeover thing to make all of these Cletus and cars and everything works. That's exactly what he was doing.
Yes, he understood social media and he busted out from behind an existing channel and he built his own empire off of that.
Yes.
So it goes back to, if I'm a 4th generation farmer, I'm probably going to have a pretty good piece of land. If I'm a 1st generation farmer, I might as well sell to the other guy because I've already failed.
Okay.
So
now that I got dudes going,
bye-bye.
Well, so you're saying Cletus is a 1st generation YouTuber? Is that what you're saying?
2nd generation.
2nd generation. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He never started out as a 1st generation YouTuber.
1320. So Cletus did the thing where he chased viral videos in the beginning because it was more about
he got his name
numbers. Yes. Well, in his very first video that started the whole thing was a viral video from 1320 that was an accident.
Yes. Am I doing the shorts
I'm going to go unload.
Yeah, do your thing.
We'll unload a power train engine thingy. I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Power rain.
Whoa, here, we'll do this. We're going to take him. Oh, no, I'm pushing the button. No. It's my button, damn it. You son of a bitch.
Winning. We lost Jim. I don't know what's up with that.
Oh.
And he's back.
And he's back. No, he's not. There he is.
Oh,
how's that storm doing, bud?
Yeah, it sucks. Your damn Duratio is here.
Cool.
Damn it, Duratio. Why are you there?
I mean, maybe they'll move slow and stick with you all night.
It is a sick game we play. I mean, well, this I think comes down to, and I take a little bit from this with Cletus putting up and trying to do viral videos and doing all that. He was throwing videos up to see what stuck. And it's literally what I have done for shorts. Throw it up. And I don't think you get the same return on shorts to community. Like when you put a long form video up, you definitely get more of a community around a long form video that blows up than you do around a short video that blows up.
I think there's something to be said about community when it comes down to consistency. So if you are regularly putting up long format video to where somebody is in your life, they're watching what you do consistently and they know what's going on with you and what you're doing at all times, that's going to breed a more community and more relationship than just like, hey, I put up a video every once in a while. There's no, combination.
See, but I can say to the other side of that, I have consistently. I think consistent. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I've consistently put out videos for like the last 3 years. I literally have.
What you do is like the same guy that's like, why would I climb Mount Everest? I can look at that on Google.
Yeah.
Where's that daddy's money? Nice side by side, Richie.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, they don't know because they don't watch.
I don't think that's what I think.
Videos back.
I think it's more of the. I think it's titles and thumbnails, 100%.
Well, titles and thumbnails are everything.
Everything. But at what point do you say, screw it, I'm just going to ask a question in every
video?
Hey, I did a short earlier this week that actually got people commenting, which was surprising for me.
Now, did the video hit harder than normal videos because of all the comments? Nope. That's what I have seen too. So I changed a video for dudes because I put it up and he actually watched it and he's like, hey, don't be an idiot, change the freaking name of it. So I did. Nothing happened. I have more comments.
It's always hard to change a title after the fact. We all know.
No, but I got comments. It just didn't do the thing. Like
I've got them a reason to comment. You have to ask them a question without.
I don't believe that inciting the mob to get them to comment is going to, in turn, make YouTube show it to people. I guess.
On that note, fix it. We are going to do more Fire Hazard Fairyland content very soon, but it is not let's keep going with that car at all. But more to come on that.
TikTok commercials are big. Oh, we need to start doing TikTok commercials?
TikTok commercials. What's a TikTok commercial?
I don't know. It's something Destroyer said like probably 40 minutes ago because we suck at keeping up with the chat.
Oh, that's excellent.
So you're going to be head of the board, huh? Or be on the board soon. Did you ever open your... Rich asked earlier, and I don't know if you saw it, but did you ever open the play button?
No. God damn it. We're not opening the play button. That's not happening. We're going to frame the play button in its box.
Oh my God. Yes, please.
Yeah. And we're going to do it with like poly. So it can never be taken out of there without like tools.
Can we? Okay. Hear me out. Can you frame it and you poly and all that? And then we can, where do you get your next play button?
$1 million.
Okay, so with that one, can we shoot the other one and make it explode out of there and actually see what's in the box?
Can you just frame the box?
How cool are you with a box full of tannerite on the wall for a while?
I mean, I don't shoot a lot of ARs in my house, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should be fine, and this way it's just pre-ready for when we go
if a high velocity round is going off in my house, the tannerite booby trap is probably warranted.
Oh, even better. It'll be. I like this.
Play button.
Oh, it's actually just Kyle, and he's done a deep fake on his face. It's actually a completely different person. I like it. Maybe that's my problem. Is it worth it to get into deep faking my face to make myself more?
There is a lot of YouTube now that is literally just AI stuff. AI generated video, AI generated information all around. I watch videos all the time now that are getting millions of views that literally just somebody ran through some software with an idea.
Yeah, well, it's like they're talking about AI right here. Dano is, or TikTok right here, and not wanting it on your phone. Who knows what all those AI and deepfake freaking apps or whatever are doing on your damn phone?
Oh, so
well, when did you? Wait a minute.
They're for sure doing this live.
When did you get big and hard on the old VGG merch there, bud?
What's that?
Turn your head right there. Yeah. What did you?
When he was hanging out with him at.
I was trying to win a car.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah, you're gonna buy merch without possibility of a stimulus car.
That's what
Junkers, what's up, brother? How you doing?
I'm not buying anybody's merch unless they're like, "You want a free car?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
I mean, yeah, okay, I get that, but I mean, well, I guess you do wear hats and stuff, so it's
I do wear hats, and I got this hat because there was a Mountain Dew Buick Regal being given away with a sale of merch. And I said,
well, that brings us to the next thing about YouTube. Automotive YouTube, that's how you make money in automotive YouTube is giveaways.
Yeah, stupid money.
Like on merch and whatnot.
Yes, because merch is the money. It's the money.
Oh, yeah.
Diversify everything that's going to make you money being in the YouTube space. Merchandise is it.
Well, and that brings us to the other thing is you see all the way that YouTube is bringing all of those revenue streams underneath its umbrella and being like, we just want to cut. Let me get 20% of that.
Yeah.
I recently did get, I don't know if you guys got these, probably not, but I recently got 2 different invites to 2 different studies for YouTube.
I got
$200.
I got the $200 one. I guess I didn't take the $100 one. Was that the one that wanted to know what color I was?
No, that was a different one.
Oh, I didn't get invited with the $100 one. You're more of a, I don't know. Or you like that ginger pink guy?
Hey, he was the true white. I mean, you can't. There's no denying that. Gingers are the true white.
Welded in a stainless box. Rich, we'll have to send it to you to get that done because I'll burn that box.
Make sure you open the box first. I just framed the whole box.
Yeah, I think framing the whole box is pretty awesome. It's literally underneath a stack of shit in the back.
Yeah, just frame that whole thing. Yeah.
All I'm saying is you better do something with it because if I end up at your house at some point and see that, I'm opening it.
I'm sure
you know what?
hide it
At that point, I'll open it, I'll take it, and put something. I'll put something else in that box. Trout. I'll bring you a trout.
Nice.
Why does this stink? Oh,
my cats keep laying on this box. It's weird.
They love my play button.
Someday we'll get to know what's written on it.
Maybe I won't get Starlink this time, but that short that I did was keep it or crush it. And no one wanted the car crushed. Everybody, well, no, there was somebody that wanted it crushed, but for the most part, everybody was like, "Oh, keep it." And one of my viewers that's watched lots of my videos was pretty much like, "What the hell's wrong with you? You know, you're gonna just wash the damn thing and sell it." You know, so I was like, "Yeah, you can watch my channel a few times." You know,
I know how this works. So I have this guy.
You've actually seen the car there, dudes. That's 77 Impala.
Have I?
Yeah, I sent the one with the one with the Aero Coupe, with the big back window.
Oh yeah.
The guy that got that car needed some money for crack or something, and so he sold it to me really cheap. So
just a little bit of crack.
That's what he needed. It's just a little bit of that good.
He wanted to go hang out with the cocaine cowboys and needed a little.
But he couldn't afford it. So you got to come up with a good name for crack now. I don't think we don't have one for that.
Are we demonetized yet?
It's early, so I don't believe so. I haven't even checked.
So I have a gentleman.
Oh yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah, we totally are demonetized already. It was your goddamn cocaine cowboy comment. Oh Jesus, that didn't take long. Way to go. Maybe it's because we put YouTube talking.
Well, it could be. Maybe the YouTube people are actually watching this one.
Well, I did literally put their name in it. So what's up, YouTube? I guess I should probably go.
All right, now that we're demonetized, you want to go held for review comments?
Yeah, is that what we're doing? I like it.
Is that what we're really going to do?
Okay, well, here's the trick. You can't go all full retard on the freaking review part there. Like, there's some comments that can't be said here. Like, there's a reason they're in the review.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, keep your whatever. Yeah, I like it. We'll keep
so, I was trying to catch up on Pissed and Twisted.
Yeah, you're gonna. He's been doing some merch stuff here. Oh, so he had.
And there's a perfect example, and I'll say it again. I've said it before. Pissed and Twisted is a perfect example of a guy who's putting in all the effort, making perfect videos. And if you haven't gone and checked out his channel, do that. If you cannot look at his videos. That's where I'm going to go find it out.
Well, and that's the trick. You can't look at his videos and be like, oh, it's because there's not enough production value in this video. That's why it doesn't have 1 million views on it, because that is definitely not the reason why. Like he's a very good example that they say, hey, if you do it this, and this way, your videos are going to do good. And so he did, but that didn't happen. Because at the end of the day, YouTube didn't show it to people because of whatever the freaking reason is. But this is awesome.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah. You should reach out. More specifically, Google reached out. Oh.
I'm going to start selling dudes with wrenches keychains.
Well, so actually, Destroyer asked about the burger flipper. I like this. Instead of a keychains, burger flippers, all kinds.
Just, that would actually work. If you did a long spatula, like for my griddle, and made this into a box end wrench, and just made this part of spatula with big DWW cut in it for like the breathe marks.
I still think it should have the bulls part at the end, but yeah, sure. Listen, I have faith in your wife that she'll make sure that it stays like inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Like always.
Yep. Like always. Yes, I'd like to request a review. I confirm that it meets, or did when I hit the button. It
meets the standards, man. We didn't say anything wrong.
Yeah, we didn't say anything too wrong, I guess.
See, this is my biggest problem. So I'm reviewing the reviewable review these questions, comments. There's a lot of people that even in a short format, and this is my problem with, I don't think people ever will get long form content. They make comments before they watch the end of the video. So when you twist somebody this way and then you completely go the other direction by the end of the video and there's context to all of it and all they have to do is listen, they're so mad in the first 2 seconds and they're just in there typing and they're not listening to anything else after that point.
Dudes, you need to send Rich a sketch. Write this down. Because yeah,
sell some merch, man. Sell some merch.
And they tank the videos. Yeah, seriously, I hate when I watch. I've had a couple of videos, main videos, kind of take off, and I say take off. I had 2 get almost to 1,000, and I know. Oh my god, it was so excited, which I really actually was, because it's way more than any of my other ones do. So I literally was excited. It's a lot of views. I know. Get wrecked. I put up a video every now and again. I get 3,000. I don't even try.
I tried by putting it up, and that's trash viewership. So thanks for everybody who watched.
Yeah, there he is. There he is. There's that guy. So, but you can see where YouTube just says, and no one gets to watch that anymore. And you can watch the little browser features or wherever, or impressions just turn off. And it's just like, oh, there it goes.
And then there's the other crazy thing. So you can watch your analytics all day. And we've all
make sure you guys go down and
discuss. Analytics aren't real.
Oh my god.
They just do whatever they want to make you feel better about your things or make you feel unhappy. So you put in more effort and then they just gotcha.
I love when they start showing my stuff and they're like, wow, you put out more videos, so that's why more people are watching. It's like, no, I've been putting out a consistent amount of videos forever. Actually, it's really weird. Like they've set it up to explain away things that happen. And have you watched when you start doing not so good, they start saying, well, maybe you shouldn't suck so much.
Yes.
Like they say it nicer than that, but
or we put a number. We put a number on everything. So we're like, your video hit number 1 of 10. Only because the last 10 videos have sucked.
I love that one too. Feel great. We've told you the last.
We made it back to even.
Yeah, exactly. We told you the last 9 videos were terrible, but this one is better than those.
This one's better than that one. So thumbs up. Sparkly fireworks.
You can tell that. Oh God, I do love that one. You can tell that they have hired some people to
mentally manipulate you in a way that is ununderstandable to the human brain. That makes you want like, I should do better. I should do more YouTube. This all makes sense. Look at what they're giving me. Nope, none of it. It's all.
There's a lot of social engineering going on there.
There's a whole lot of just like, hey, if we just give them fireworks.
Well, and this comes down to, and you and I have talked about this many times, and I think this comes down to you just throw things out and you see what's going to.
Literally had to add a button to hide that section because people were getting emotionally distraught that they couldn't make a video that was better than the last 10 videos.
I don't know if that's necessarily why they made that.
They literally said it in the update video.
Shut the fuck
Yes.
up.
Oh yeah.
I can't watch those because I feel like they're bullshit. And here's why.
They're not.
The analytics get played with. If you pay close enough attention to the analytics, I can watch videos go up and then come back down because they shaved likes, views, and subscriptions off of it. Almost like indiscriminately. Like, we're going to take 7% of everything you get and we're going to knock that off there because we're assuming 7%.
Did you see that? Well, maybe, I don't know if you took the survey or not, where they're talking about changing how you get paid.
Yes, I did take that.
Yeah,
Jim,
they're like, hey, we're going to give you gift cards. Yeah, fuck you.
We don't do that. We don't pay for views.
Gift cards. No, we took one that is they want to talk about how we get paid now. And they want us to be part of telling them our thoughts on how we're being paid currently. That's the new one we're on.
I told
only
them
because they don't want to deal with the upsetness on the other end when they stop paying you at all.
Like, I don't want any gift cards. I don't want any of that crap. Just keep putting money into my checking account. That's where you need to keep putting them.
Oh, I didn't get a question.
Here's what they're gonna do, and we all know it. We've all seen it coming. And I'll give you a little insight on TikTok. You can pay for views, and they'll tell you this is a good idea. You give us money, and we'll make sure your stuff gets seen more because the algorithm is a thing. It's not. That proves it. If they control the amount of views a person can get via a monetizable money amount equals, it doesn't matter.
I've been telling you, I have been saying this, and we can go back to shorts of me. I feel like the conspiracy theorist who's finally right.
That happens a lot.
Tinfoil hats paid off.
Yeah,
underwear, not so much.
Not so much. So the chafing there just wasn't worth it. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those things I enjoy doing the YouTube, but I put in an effort that is at a level that I'm willing to give out. You know what I mean?
Losses.
Exactly. I enjoy doing the YouTube. I like doing these talks. I like hanging out and doing all these things. I like going out and writing every day more. I like writing a side-by-side and writing it off on my taxes. You know what I mean? I like all of the, your fancy. Oh, look at this guy. He's back.
Yeah, I've been here for like 15 minutes, man.
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Did you just turned your screen back on? Because I was looking just a second ago.
No. Well, 5 minutes. 2, 3, 1. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say. He programs parts all the times there, bud. So hit up old Rich for some CNC files for your wrenches.
Yeah, man. Come on. Let's get those things going.
At least
I want that merch drop to happen.
What are you just showing off things that have your crap on it? I literally sent you that. Is that the one that I sent you, or is that the other one?
I have done this to 5 of these now.
Did I ever show you guys
little
the pillows?
letters on them on which drive
Jesus.
Did I ever show you guys the pillows? Did I?
The pillows?
Pillows. Yeah, pillows.
Pillows.
Like a My Pillow?
Hang on. I guess I didn't.
Oh, no.
Dang it. Now I got to get a different hat on.
What happened to your stripper hat?
I don't know. I'll put this one on.
Oh, that's better. That is better. It goes with the color.
Yep.
He's got a hat pin over there.
Oh, hey. Okay.
Yeah,
Where
did you get that, bro?
Yeah, this is a high quality merch here. I haven't sold any, but they're available.
It actually looks pretty good for a pillow. Like they're
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep them on my couch in here.
Monthly recap. Comedy Gold. Listen, stuff you guys do. I get over there here and there.
Funny.
Oh my God, those live shows are so funny. Digital confetti. I remember when they started doing that. Like, what? I was like, what happened? Why is
why is my thing blowing up? Ooh, I got 80 views.
That reminds me, I actually have to put up a video right now. Stand by.
What do you mean you got to put up?
I got one coming out at midnight.
You're putting up at midnight?
Yep.
Now, what's your? I mean, we're talking about YouTube. So, what's your thoughts? I mean, why midnight? Because I also put out at different times and I have my reasons. I kind of want to see if I'm crazy by myself.
Well, I was just playing around, but what I like to have is I like to have something out on the weekend if I can. Now, I used to put it out like early Sunday morning, kind of midnight types, Saturday, Sunday.
So it's
Sunday
there
morning,
when you wake up in the morning and it's
yeah,
like, oh, here's some mongrels.
Because there's people out on the East Coast that watch the stuff.
Yep.
And if I put it out thinking, oh, well, everyone's going to wake up at 6, my time, well, no, that's, they've already woken up. They're started their day. They're done out there. So.
Yep. So I put up.
So that goes back to where the demographic of people that they're showing you to matters.
Yeah, but are they actually telling you the demographic that they're showing you to anywhere?
Mine's all Midwest.
I went ahead and released a couple shorts in the evening, and I had released just a crap ton of shorts at like 6 a.m. Just tons of them at 6 a.m. in the morning. And those shorts that I released at night did not hit the shorts feed until 6 a.m. the next morning on their own.
So 6 a.m. was, because it used to be up until about a month or two ago, I would drop shorts at 6 a.m. and they would hit instantly or hit throughout the day. And I felt like they would catch at different times, but that was what it is. The last 2 months, month and a half, it's been 6 hours from when I upload them is when they will hit. Yep, I have to sit in a queue. So I've been uploading at 6 and noon to catch, and I've been semi-successful in that. I don't know.
Yeah, in the end, I don't think it really matters, honestly.
Not in shorts.
Well, to be fair, the ones that I was doing at 6, those were scheduled, and the ones that in the evening, I just upload them and let them rip.
I told you, once you get a couple of crayons in this guy, he gets all gets all antsy in his pantsies here. Strongly worded letter.
In crayon.
In his best crayon. Not just any Crayola. We got out the Crayola.
We're talking Crayola brand crayon.
Yeah, the big box, not that little bullshit. Yeah.
Well, he has to because he's been snacking.
128 crayons.
Well, yeah.
You betcha, buddy. I pointed her right down there. Sending it right his way. Even though I'm pretty sure nothing that happens here has made it there.
Facts.
I'd have more luck getting it down to wasted than I would getting it to dudes.
What are we talking about?
Getting storms and whatnot because of his ratio.
I hear the rain picking up again, so I'll probably get knocked out here now.
Deratio. You want some deratio?
Tell me more about your deratio.
Tell me more about your deratio.
It does seem like you would pan to commercial right after saying that. Deratio! And
deratio. It's a ratio of shorts to long form content.
I feel like I need an ace stuffed in this hat.
An ace. That is one fine piece of ace.
I feel like it needs to be like St. Patty's Day for that hat.
Bloop. I don't know. It goes with the green.
Dudes with Wrenches here. We've put out another short. If you haven't watched it, go check that out.
Dudes with Wrenches here. If you're watching this, you're wrong. Go watch my stuff.
Yeah. Way to pimp it, buddy. Way to pimp it.
There's no shame here. It's exactly why we came up with the catchphrase "Dudes with Wrenches here."
Idiot. Well, why don't you? It's YouTube talk. Why don't you give us some insight behind the curtain on the whole gimmick here? Because you and I talked about this in a lot of lives, before you even started it. But the whole Dudes with Wrenches thing is a gimmick.
Very much so.
Oh, he's got the boom mic out.
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, we're
shameless ass kissing. I was always for Dudes with Wrenches, and I do believe you were against it, Brian.
Oh, I still am. And
I'm
100% right, because a lot of the things that I said would happen have happened.
100% happen.
So
that's
why every day he gets the dance monkey dance for your dollar. But you're right. We had this conversation, but it happens. How often does that happen to you now, James? I'll put it to you this way. You want to get really good? My wife is a dental hygienist in Southern Oregon, and she's cleaning some rando guy's teeth. and they're talking about things, and he talks about how he likes YouTube and cars and stuff, and she tells him a little bit about mine, and she says, yeah, one of his friends is a pretty big YouTuber. It's Dudes with Wrenches, and dude in the chair does the thing. Do the thing, James.
Dudes with Wrenches here.
He does that in the chair. My wife's like, oh my God, that's actually it. And of course, the first thing out of his mouth is, does he live local?
Can I meet him? Can I meet him?
Can I meet him? Exactly what happens. Yeah, exactly. She's come out of her room now to make sure I tell this story.
I have in person seen someone watching my videos.
Oh, yes.
Saying Dudes with Wrenches out loud in a group of people in a social setting.
Now, here's the thing. Had that person actually realized that was you,
had they looked away from their phone for 2 seconds.
Well, you don't see Dudes with Wrenches in the video much. You listen, you hear him. So he has that going for. Are you watching the new Dudes with Wrenches right now?
No, I'm watching. I'm trying to send our link to someone.
Oh, okay.
My internet was working better. I'd be watching Dudes with Wrenches videos right now.
But I mean, that is the thing with doing
the
gimmick. Well, and it's just like Cletus. Cletus is, his name's Garrett, right? And he's actually not a big dumb animal like he pretend like Cletus is, because no one wants to watch Garrett go do normal life things. They want to watch Cletus go do dumb shit
and say, "Yeah, brother."
Yeah.
Well, now that brings me on to another thing about YouTube is you're getting to
have a good night, brother.
Do as much of that stuff anymore. One of the things that may put YouTube on the map was people doing dumb shit.
Well, yes. I mean, that's
dangerous, dumb, dangerous.
Yeah,
started blurring out fighting, and there's pranks have gone away. Street takeovers, that's one that I agree with should go away. We should not glorify street takeovers.
Agreed. There is stuff out there that I do.
But at what point are we censoring burnout?
I don't agree with it. Whether other people do or not.
It's true. Street takeover stuff on my channel really destroys the algorithm for me. I mean,
yeah,
I shut down. I totally destroyed Elvis with a burnout.
Oh, so you think that's what destroyed Elvis?
Yeah.
See, because Dudes does this to me all the time. He's like, "Oh, I did a thing, and YouTube's hating on me," and I'm just like, maybe it's just a random thing, and it's no, I did this thing. There are such things as coincidences. Sometimes.
Nope. This is no you can look at the analytics of them, and you can see that all of my stuff was up here. And the moment I released that video, like when it hit the shorts feed, and everything tanked. Everything, all of my videos.
Well, so I have seen some of that where, and Dudes and I talk about this, like you're in this box. You're allowed to get, let's say, 10,000 views a day. And now how you get that 10,000 views, if you have a lot of videos, we don't give a shit. But once you get close to it, we're like, no, hey, that's too many. Whoa, turn it off. Something's wrong. And like, I'm in a 3,000 to 5,000 video is basically. Dudes is what's your range where you get to be?
Per day?
Well, I mean, roughly.
My max right now where I run before it dips me out is about 100,000 views a day.
Okay. Yeah.
I get 50.
Yeah, but how, I mean, so Dudes is, but Dudes is putting out how many videos a day?
2 a day, right?
Okay. I'm putting anywhere from 4 to 6 videos a day, depending on the day. So it's totally a quantity. If you throw enough shit at the wall,
that goes back to when I was putting out 3 videos a week, I was only averaging 15,000 views a day.
So feed Seymour? Feed me, Seymour? No,
yeah.
So good news on the shorts front though. If you have an Android, they finally fixed it so you can control the volume.
You mean they finally turned that on for you?
Yes, they turned that feature back on for me.
So up until recently, because of my YouTube naiveness, even being a larger creator,
I forgot about this.
I didn't know you could upload shorts.
You should have known because computer. Jim told me. How do you think I knew about it?
I've been taking shorts from my computer, putting them on my phone, uploading from my phone, going back to the computer, updating the information.
Oh, Lord.
But here's the best part. I did 3 of them. All 3 of those videos tanked from my computer.
I was about to say, don't upload them from your computer ever. Only upload them from your phone.
Because once I went back to uploading them from my phone, and if you add just a simple filter that no one can see, they think you're using the studio app, and all of a sudden the video does better. Weird.
So I will tell you, I thought the same thing because I did a very similar thing. I put 4 videos the other day, all of them from my computer, and only one of them hit, but it was still from my computer. So I thought the same thing. My first 3 I put in the morning that I was like, none of these hit. Man, I wonder if it's from my computer. But then the last one at the end of the day hit. So I don't know.
Here's a weird thing I found out when I create a short using like DaVinci or something like that, create a short, everything's the way it's supposed to be, and then I copy it to my phone, it won't let me use it to upload to YouTube. It like doesn't even show up.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like it. It's like it's got a code.
Right, it's got something. It's like it's weird codec or something. So I actually take that short that I created on DaVinci, upload it to Canva, and then download it
likes
from Canva.
Okay.
To my phone.
This goes back to the information they're stealing from the file you have created dictates its ability to succeed. And it goes back to they keep preaching, use our app, build everything through our app. Is it a reality that if you were to completely film and edit everything through the studio app, would your video do better?
I'll do a long form to this. Is that what you?
No, because they allow you to do your whole short through the app. And there is shorts creators that do very well that are like, I don't even own editing software. I just use my phone for 100% of it. And I'm just like, you're crazy.
A lot of the shorts I put up are through the YouTube app, but I put the music in, I do all that.
Well, and you can't do music through. So to answer Destroyer's question, you put up your short on the short format and it just knows. It says, hey, it looks like you're doing a short.
Looks like you're doing a short over there, boy.
And it's like,
it does. It's very creepy. Like old man just kind of leached over your shoulder. Like, what are you doing over here? It seems like you're doing
like a short.
The thing about the Shorts app, though, is always doing it through the Shorts app is YouTube always knows it's a short. You don't have to put the hashtag Shorts thing.
I think that's an old thing.
Yeah,
it is back unless you put it in from your computer, which
that's what we're saying. The computer just knows now.
Yeah, the computer. You don't have to put the shorts in.
You don't have to. You don't have to do the hashtag thing. The only thing is if you take it into an editing software, like you said, DaVinci, and the video format is a little bit different, then it'll say, "Yeah, I don't know what you are," and you're not a short.
Though.
Or if you use to call you a short, forget it. You're not a short.
The latest versions of DaVinci have a checkbox for vertical video. Vertical YouTube, you can render that for YouTube vertical, and it should be good to go, but it's not. Not for me, anyways. I always have my weird process
from DaVinci right into YouTube.
I haven't
have a theory
directly.
What is your theory? I would love
because it can read. Because it can read your file. Because it knows how you've rendered it and what software you've used. We've all just said that. That's a point to be proven.
Oh, yeah.
And this will sound crazy, I render at insanely high resolutions, and I upload at insanely high resolutions to view the file as a good quality video.
Tell them the size quality on one of your
shorts. A 60-second short, my video size is around 2 gig.
Yeah, mine are about 80 meg.
I put up long form videos that are 15 minutes long that are at 4K and are barely that big.
Wow.
That's pretty high quality.
I actually tried to upload one this morning that I screwed up and rendered it higher than I usually do. And I was like, why is it not going? This thing's broke. I'm mad at it. And then I looked at the file size and went, oh, wait, it's 8 gig. Let's not do that. Down render.
Oh, my God. I don't know
that size.
48 seconds, 8 gig.
How?
Well, because he renders it at 120 frames a second or whatever it is at 4,000K,
like
whatever,
8K.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's just super dense file. And YouTube, when they were pushing 4K content, when that was a thing, you would see 4K over anyone else's content in the way it was displayed.
Well,
which is the whole reason why I up-render to 4K.
I'm doing 1080 and that's it because I do not have the bandwidth to upload anything beyond that.
Yeah, my internet provider hates me. So.
Well, so Starlink, as long as I know its limitations, so I upload when like no one's doing anything, or there's certain times of the day when I upload. Now I am on to a new thing that I am doing, whereas no one watches my old content because it's not very searchable and YouTube doesn't show it to anyone. So I'm re-releasing. Wednesdays are throwback videos.
We're taking a good idea. I might.
And that's a conversation me and this guy had just recently. So yes. YouTube has become a place of too many content creators at a certain point. 10 years ago, there was a percentage of content creators compared to viewers.
Maybe 5 years ago, I think is when we tipped. 10 is a little further back.
So if you think of that in metrics, you'll look at this as a whole. They only have so much content.
Oh, damn it. Jim was frozen and he looked like a drunken old grandpa for a second. Yeah,
they only have so much content they need.
I thought you were going to get stuck like that. Sorry.
There used to be a point where things would come back from, let's call it the abyss, and they would just get found again, and YouTube would randomly push something. And it would exist out of nowhere. It was like,
and that's always been the idea. You put up a bunch of videos and you hope the one video comes back and brings everyone to your channel and lights it off.
And I really feel like that has gone away.
I
may be wrong.
Really has. No, I think you're correct.
I feel like the abyss is just a place where things go and die, and YouTube's like, they're dead now. We don't
well, and that's my thing. These videos were never monetized before when they went up, and no one watches them now. And if they only get 150 views like they got the first time I put them up, well, at least it's 150 views. I'll get something.
There's an exception to this, though. It's on the how-to stuff.
Yes, how-to will always
searchable
be
content.
Searched. Yes,
100% searchable content.
But as long as it's relevant, it needs to be relevant. As long as it's relevant
and it's better watched than the other guy's how-to, because that there's 25 how-tos on the same thing.
I wonder how that works. That's the one I deleted.
That would be the metrics to watch.
I have a Toyota Sienna timing belt, or not timing belt. It's a belt.
Did you say a Ford Starter was your highest video forever?
It still is. The next one was the Sienna one I just deleted because it had a 47% like to dislike ratio.
People did not like the explanation of that.
No, there wasn't. It was just me bitching about it the whole time. And
they were just bitching about you. Being like, this guy can't even fix this thing.
That was one of my bigger long format videos. And I just deleted it the other day because I was like, this is probably not helping the cause. All right, here you go, dudes. Read this one.
Long form question about a bike build. Story format. Keep it as a build log, or having just a compilation of all videos being a how-to video, or a combination of all the above. And use shorts. So it all comes back to, is it searchable content? Is YouTube going to show it?
I think what he's asking is use the shorts as a commercial for the channel. This is the rest of it.
No.
I don't believe that shorts help as a commercial to the channel ever. I built commercial-specific YouTube shorts that got no views because the second I started directing them towards the actual long format, YouTube shut those videos down.
Yeah, and you want to be like, oh, YouTube's not actively doing that, but
they allow you to put in screens on shorts, but don't allow people to see them.
You need to tell the story about how we found out about that from old crackhead concrete guy. This guy looks like he's a Mexican American, like 100%. Mexican American, 100%. And he sends me this dude's crazy rantings on how YouTube works and what he knows. And what we both take out of that is, as my camera freezes, is that he's wrong, and no one knows what's going on with YouTube, and things just happen because he says end screens are the thing that you should be doing. And so what do dudes and I do? We go looking into how to do end screens because we've been messing up. We've been missing out. This is a great idea. Guess what? It doesn't work.
End screens on shorts to direct them towards long format video by clicking right in the short. And YouTube allows you to put this on a short, but they do not allow it to be seen. Period.
They don't allow it to work.
Part. People make videos about this saying, don't do it because look, the analytics say that it doesn't work. No one clicks on it. No one gives to the thing. It doesn't matter.
It gets 0% click through.
They
so
don't
blah, blah, blah.
show it. No one is putting this together. We went and scienced it for 3 minutes and went, it doesn't work. And there's all these people that are just like, nah, even with them, it doesn't add anything because it doesn't work. And you have people that are spreading this information. Do this. It makes sense. It helps all my videos. It doesn't. You're wrong because it doesn't work.
Or don't do this because the 0% now drives down your click ratio. And so by doing it,
there's so much advice out there. You know what? Just do what you got to do.
This becomes the other problem.
I will say, though, I agree with you 100% on that. But I will say that using shorts as commercials for your long form, don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. No. People that are still preaching that on YouTube can get bent. That is the dumbest advice ever, and tells you the quality of the person that's telling you that.
Well,
because it's terrible.
I think that you can do.
It has worked
to an extent.
All you have to do is. I was scrolling through shorts the other day because I was like, you know what? I don't really watch shorts. Let me watch a few. They are the stupidest things on the planet. They are terrible.
It's because your algorithm sucks and it doesn't know what you want to see.
Oh, it's showing me all of these stupid videos. This one stupid song of all these families dancing around. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't want to watch this crap.
It's just like, I don't know this guy yet, and if he just keeps hitting thumbs down, we'll figure him out.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I didn't see. I didn't see any commercials for anybody's channel. Didn't see that. Saw no commercial.
Here's the well, because you know why? I'll get back to this. Remind me on why you don't see commercials
because
and why this doesn't work.
No,
they don't want you to do your own commercial. They don't want you They don't want you to do your own commercial on shorts. They want you to pay them for the commercial. Therefore, you can't, because if you think that
that's coming up, I sent you guys a screenshot of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You've already been tapped as a potential. We could probably get some money out of it.
I'm in the beta program, so I see that stuff. So,
exactly. Yeah.
That's why I'm in the program. You guys should get in that just so you can see the stuff.
Some things I see, but like I said, we're not even offered the opportunity to all of the things.
I'll tell you, you can opt in. You can just go and opt in. There's a place where you can just go opt in. So, Piston Twisted, to your question, if it were
Starlink,
if it were Skynet, we would hear what he had to say.
I love it when that happens.
So anyways,
in
if
review,
it was you,
if it was you, Jim, what would you say?
If it were me, and I were doing a Cafe Racer build, I would either do the entire build as an entertainment type video with a lot of joking and a lot of whatever, or I would break it up into a bunch of digestible how-to videos on each thing that you're doing a how-to.
And that's exactly what Piston Twistin does. And I think what he does is
good. He's asking the question, what should he do? He's asking us our opinion.
Well, I think that's what he should do.
I honestly think what he has been doing is good. The fact that it doesn't work is proving our exact point.
Is bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think YouTube is transitioning towards, they don't want a bunch of small episodes like Jim's saying, because those are searchable for their individual content. And I don't think they want that. I think they want and I think some of the audience wants, hey, this bike is here, and then by the end of the episode, however long it is,
they want cable TV
done. Yes.
My how-to stuff though is kind of hit or miss. If it's anything on my new vehicle, it does great. If it's on my old stuff, it doesn't do anything.
How-to is going to get you views. It's going to get you monetized. It's going to get you a lot of things, but it's not going to get you a community of viewers. It's not going to get you people that are going to come back, look at your channel and be like, what's Jim doing today?
then you have to do the entire build as an entertainment video.
Correct.
Right.
So if Listen Twister wants a community of people to come watch what he's building today, he needs to build something that's entertaining and not so much how-to. And then once he's got the people, they'll watch the how-to once they see.
The problem is you've got to do the thing that makes YouTube show you to the people that gets everyone in the door. So, and if you're going to tell, and he's like I said, he's the one we use all the time for. If you're going to tell me that better quality videos gets more views, that's lie.
Do the how-to, but make a start to finish video of all the things together, and just film some things that make sense throughout it.
Just do both.
Because I'll say from experience, I've tried to do both where you combine that into one video because that seems like that would be a great idea, right? So we're going to do better internet for Jim. That's what we're going to do.
We have the same internet that I have. I don't. He does have the storm.
So I think this is a good example. And we're going to use Pole Barn Garage as this example. You can look at Dalton and say, look, he built a ratty GTO and did multiple how-to videos. Not how-to, but entertaining videos of redoing the car. Multiple. And then he did a conglomeration of those videos into a single one. And that singular video got way more views than any of the individual videos and essentially sparked a fire under his channel that has just kept
but how much or do you want to say that is done because of his interactions with other YouTube channels that put him in front of the audience? I mean, it's definitely a multi-fun.
But that's not.
No, it's not. I think it comes down
to the format
to
that you do it in. One of the big things I will give advice on is do not talk slow.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta talk.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep
the flow.
Go. Because if you're up there, it's like,
it's
there's a lot of content creator people that are actually complain that you're going too fast, and a lot of your creator people that tell you how to, they'll say go as fast as you can before people can't understand you.
And then they have to back up and watch it some more. So you just get that,
which isn't necessarily a bad thing either.
They'll definitely tell you to do a lot of quick cuts, but at some point you do have to leave in some gaps just to build a little bit of emotion.
Well, let's talk about this.
We are talking.
You're doing entertainment. You're going for emotion.
Well, that's the thing. We're talking about videos right now that are literally other people making content for us. They're making content for us, content creators, to consume. So at what point are you just literally making war profiteering, essentially? You're spreading misinformation and putting videos up just to get us dumb assholes to come over and see what you said.
Well,
I consider the source on some of that. It's like, okay, if this guy is actually an editor and edits a lot of super popular channels and actually does that.
But at what point did he just realized that it's not worth it for him to edit for those channels, that it's more worth it for him to make shitty little videos and prey on content creators?
The guy I'm talking about still edits for those channels. And
okay, well, I'm just saying some on different levels and whatnot.
Yes, there's definitely
bring this back to attention span, because and dudes, you know this better than any of us. And it's one of the reasons why shorts don't translate over into long form, is because the people that watch shorts don't necessarily watch long form and vice versa. The people that watch short, they want to get in, get out, they're done. The people that want to watch long form, they're there to learn something or be entertained for a while. Now, both people, though, have very short attention spans. So if you're a singular shot, framed in, always in the same frame, there's no movement, no cuts, no nothing, and you're talking kind of slow, trying to explain, they're gone. You're not going to.
I feel like there's a way to keep somebody slow like that. I feel like I just want to make a show with somebody who talks like that.
But
just so I can be like, see
what why all these people do quick cuts. Because if you watch any TV show, it's the same thing. Bang, click.
Well, and that has become the solution for many, is people want YouTube to be like produced TV, and that's becoming its own problem. And at a certain point, everybody just wants to sit down in front of their TV, bring up YouTube and go, look, I get this for free. This is great. That's why everybody loved Roadkill. And we can use that as an example. Everybody loved Roadkill because they were getting a produced show for free. And then they took it away and everybody went, I'm mad. And then they started looking towards all these other people to fill the gap.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Roadkill wasn't done for free. We just didn't have to pay for it. They were getting paid by advertisers. And now they said, this is the common misconception. The reason that I have a problem with Roadkill. They said, hey, this money isn't enough. We could make more if we charged you.
We could just be YouTube.
Exactly. And that's where I had the problem. Not only
there's two sides to that coin, though.
I was just going to say,
I agree with you. However, as the video views are going up, their magazine sales are going down.
Yes.
They needed to fill a hole.
Yes, they needed to move their market. But the fact is that they created a thing and then said, hey, this thing's awesome. We're going to go put it behind a paywall. And
let's go.
Shitty.
Yes, but there's another side to this. And it's the same with any successful business out there is once you've established a successful business or a successful show, then someone becomes interested in it. They want to buy that show and they want to make revenue.
They didn't do that. They literally bought the network. They bought a failing network and said, well, we did so well on YouTube, we can totally bring it back. And I hope, and I mean this with the most sincerity, that it burns to the ground and they all end up homeless, living somewhere in Southern California on that destroyed freaking lake that's out there or wherever. Because you know what? Screw them. You went for more money, you doubled down on a thing, and I hope you get wrecked.
I don't know if we're the ones that went for more money. I'm saying they could just be a victim of the show being.
To be clear, you're talking about Motor Trend management, right?
I'm talking about Motor Trend as a whole entity and anyone that works for them. And I think you see that in the ones that have left Motor Trend in the years.
Well, they haven't. Some of those people haven't fully left it, but they have cut back.
It's almost like it's a toxic work environment that no one wants to be fully involved with anymore.
It seems kind of obvious. It's Motor Trend.
Yeah. So I am saying that there is definitely, and I'm not saying it's Freiberger, and it definitely, I really don't believe it's Finnegan after what's gone down with Finnegan backing out at all of that. But it's definitely not, it seems scummy from the outside perspective looking in, and some of the things they do line up with being scummy. It's just my opinion.
You know what? I still enjoy a lot of the content that they make, though.
Oh yeah, I'm pissed. It's behind the wall, 100%. I would still watch it.
You know what? Whatever, it helps pay for the content, and it's not like they're charging.
Listen,
a massive fee for it.
As a content creator, I have an idea of the kind of money they were putting in to create and what they were getting out through all of the deals and YouTube and everyone else. Okay. And they went for more money.
Destroyer hit on the problem that bothers me. It's when they expect that certain format or content or character or whatever, rather than it just being generic.
Well, that's the thing. Perfect example. You hired Derek to come do Derek things, and then you said, Derek, don't be Derek.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like you have a thing that worked over here, and you can't do that thing because that's the YouTube thing, and that's beneath us. So come do this other thing. And then everyone's like, you've changed, man.
Well, there's also trying to find the balance too, because if you watch his earlier stuff, he always had that little bit of red green to him, right? Always kind of had that little bit of red green character to him, but he has certainly amped it up. Now, part of that is getting more comfortable in front of the camera and developing that persona and everything else. Well, there's times where it's like you're never going anywhere. Completely playing it up right now, and I can tell.
Yes. It's the dance monkey dance for your dollar. Yeah. Do the thing. Do the gimmick. At a certain point, it's just when we talk about like clickbait or titles or thumbnails or
with riches.
Exactly. It's all a gimmick.
That's proof right there that you've changed your whole line. That's proof now.
Hey kids,
it's like that guy said. You need to go back and say dudes
just
with wrenches
Well, just in case you don't know who Red Green was, he kind of talked like this, and he was famous for using duct tape.
Dudes doesn't know who he is.
I grew up with Iowa Public Television, and that's all that was on.
No idea who Red, because he's a Canadian.
Iowa Public Television was all British and Canadian television.
Oh, so you know all about them? Okay,
you should know all about Red Green then.
Apparently he does. The lack of reaction, the lack of your reaction.
4 channels we had on the TV that you had to roll the knob and move the antennas.
And before Red Green, it was Smith and Smith.
Who watched Red Dwarf here?
Yeah.
Because that was all you could watch.
I watched HR Puff stuff.
What? You watch what now?
Never mind. The looks on your faces tell me all I need to know.
You watched Thunderbirds.
He saw Shakespeare in concert.
I bet he watched Thunderbirds. Did you watch Thunderbirds?
Yes, Shakespeare live in concert.
Yeah, I met him. Cool
back in my day.
When
you say that, you got to get that whistle. You know, the old timer does when he talks weirdly. There's just a random whistle somewhere in his speech pattern.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like the guy from always trying to fuck Chris and Family Guy. Yeah,
I'm looking for an ice cream truck. You know the one.
Come over here, you fat little shit.
Yeah. That's actually really spot on.
That's spot on. That's better than mine.
Can you do shorts in the voice if you're mimicking the voice without that being some sort of copyright impression thing?
I mean, there is some talk about mimicking stuff. That is a new rule they've come up with. You can't use same mannerisms and sounds and try to sound exactly the same as somebody else. Because there is larger content creators that are going to be upset when they're like, hey, he's stealing my gimmick. Well,
so I have a question. You think McFarlane's going to come after you for doing your Dudes with Wrenches video?
I think there's very successful channels that do nothing but proper impersonations.
Yeah.
They're out there.
The reason I say that is because I feel like if that rhyming video of yours worked the way it did, a video of you doing that voice you just did, I think it's not something you could do all the time, but it's totally something you could throw in every now and again.
Well, there's a lot of
I've tried to throw in lots of voices and they don't really work out.
Yes, but you try to jump around on voices. I think with that one, because it's a very known voice, you could stay in that voice the whole
possibly
time.
Stay in that one. Yep.
Yeah, because that's the thing we've noticed when I make you do dumb things on here is the voice starts one way and you kind of, as you go through it, you kind of walk, and then it ends up like you always end up with that weird English accent.
Yes, it always goes sideways or something.
Yes, that is your like, oh no, it's gone bad English accent. That's what we do.
Well, you have to practice it a little bit. I would say you'd have to script it just so you don't get up.
So I've actually worked with the Herbert voice quite a bit in the past. I don't know why. I sit around and make voices in my head, and I do that one. It's just like,
hey everybody. He'll find a way out of this.
Oh,
I love it.
Why are you not using that one for? Why is this like the second time I've ever heard that?
Now, do Dudes with Wrenches in that voice. That's
oh yes, give us the
Dudes with Wrenches here.
See, that's a horrible cartoon voice.
No, because when you say it that way, I just see him with your big wrench in the back.
So,
when you said that, that's unfortunately the visual that went in my head.
Can I show you my keychain?
Let me show you my wrench. Dudes with Wrenches is my favorite.
Yeah, how about that? So I have in the past, for the better lack of my own judgment, made up voices and things that I've gone into that I literally have to show other people and let them listen to before I go, I don't think I can do this.
And I have on more than one occasion been like, no, don't do that. In fact, one time I said, delete this video from your computer and burn the drive.
There have been voices that were definitely spot on to what we were going for. But we're
and you should have never been going there in the first place. The best one I love is he'll send me one. My wife says I can't post this. And I go, yeah, no, you can't. No, she's right. Listen to her. But it's just like the Canuck thing from earlier. It's like, I don't know.
It seems derogatory.
There's some things that I'm like, yeah, I know you can't say that. I know. Even I know. But sometimes. But ChatGPT is the whole thing too. Creating a script with that, and then it wants to use derogatory terms that you don't know are derogatory.
Well, we could discuss this.
Canuck wasn't, but it leaves a precedent to where it definitely could.
You have to argue with it to acknowledge you as what you identify as.
Oh shit, you're right. If ChatGPT said that, it won't call you anything bad, and exactly like he just said. So it's got to be good, right?
Oh, that
was my thought, but I was like, maybe it's not.
But
right.
There was an article out recently about some guys that have completely hacked ChatGPT to make it do all the things it says it's not supposed to do.
But it uses its own database, correct? It doesn't draw upon. So that's one of the reasons why when we ask it questions about, who's dudes with wrenches, it makes stuff up. It doesn't actually go out and actively search.
There's nothing out there to find on it.
Here's the thing. If ChatGPT grew its information from the outside world, it would become a super racist, hateful chat AI bot very quickly.
Yes.
And
it's only going to feed. It's going to feed on what it has to. It's essentially an impressionable child.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it would know who to hate, though. It would just hate everyone.
Everyone. They've
actually done it. They've taken AI scripts and they've set them out across the internet, and they came back as Nazis. It was just like bad.
Sounds right.
Nazis.
They came back as Mr. Smith from The Matrix.
Oh my God.
Anderson.
I just think my visual on that is that you're releasing your baby boy into the world, and he comes back and he's like, "Hail Hitler!" Like, what the fuck happened here?
It's the smell.
Oh God,
it's everywhere.
I will tell you we have been remonetized, but I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Well, it's gonna last until the next time I say Cocaine Cowboys. That's all.
Yeah. Well,
I will say we were demonetized a lot earlier this week than we have been the previous ones, and this is the first time we've let you.
Well, we opened with Cocaine Cowboy.
We waited 7 minutes.
7 minutes. But were we demonetized before the 7 minutes mark?
No, but you're not allowed to say it. Like, actually, not allowed to say it before 7 minutes. I think is what Jim was saying.
Oh, I see.
I thought it was only 30 seconds.
No, it's like 7 minutes into a live. That's
into a live.
You can't.
But it's 30 seconds on a.
Probably, yeah.
But we said Canuck right off the hop. So
but we were told. We were what did the jazz
hands? Get over it.
I just refreshed my screen and I'm getting the graffiti.
Oh,
you've made 1 of 10. You're amazing.
Oh, you're number one. How's that? You're number one.
You're the best. You got 2,000 views in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you feel good now?
I feel amazing.
It makes you feel amazing when you see that little confetti.
I'm so important now.
Yeah.
I have beaten my own YouTube analytics. Yes. I'm better than me was last week. Yeah.
Well, and there you go. And that is who you need to compete against is yourself.
They're telling you to compete against.
In the end, you compete against yourself.
But that is the ultimate internal delusion of YouTube. You're always competing against yourself, no matter what.
Absolutely.
And they control all the cards. So you're like, I'm going to win me against me.
Not only do they control all the cards, they control all the information you get to make your assumptions.
Yeah.
And then not only do they control it, they manipulate it.
Yeah.
It moves around in ways that are, I swear to God, there is a 7% off the top 7% of whatever you get, they're like, yeah, that's bots, and we're just getting rid of it.
No, it's like this. They deal out a bunch of cards, and you're like, oh man, we're playing poker. And they're like, no. We just decided it's Uno now, and you don't have the right cards. So sorry.
That sounds about right.
yeah. That is actually the best analogy.
We're going to play
next week we'll be playing poker, but you don't know that. Because you're gonna go for the Uno cards, and then we're gonna be playing poker, and then you're gonna be like, what did I do?
No.
Is it
You're always playing Go Fish, buddy.
Is it possible that none of us have the right
card?
look?
No, you don't have.
Well, so here's the thing, and the reason I say, well, okay. So, obviously, there are ways to cut through an algorithm, and TNA is a very effective tool. However, I don't think you build I
don't think you grow a good community of people that aren't
exactly.
Unless you are that very definition. You're not just adding it to your channel.
No.
Because
you add any of this to your channel, you're going to get a guy that makes comments like, I bet you look good with butter on you.
Or to be fair,
nice and deep, clean that.
To be fair, people say that to you, so I don't feel like that's necessarily if you had to have the tits for that.
There hasn't been as many of them. I
get it. Okay, but you don't get the guys that come to you and say, "Oh, people only come here because your tits are out," because you're gonna get a bunch of that too. You're gonna get a whole bunch of.
Well, I feel bad for the people that aren't trying to do that and get the weirdos that are coming in like, put them up there. What are we doing here? You're
Facts. Yes, facts. But I do find that there are some people that definitely take advantage of that.
Well, why wouldn't you? If you could,
why wouldn't you? Right?
I have these assets.
So I enjoy watching Amelia Hartford videos. I don't know if you guys ever watch her channel.
I've seen some, but
is that the one you sent me on the Discord?
I don't know, maybe. Shot? But that's probably somebody else. But no, that's different. That's completely different. That's not car related. That's some chick that I swear is related to Whistling Diesel. But
whatever you sent them, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she has the exact same mannerisms as Whistling Diesel. It's like she does it with a gun instead of blowing up cars.
Well, that's the anecdote or what. That's the gimmick of he doesn't care or she doesn't care type of thing, I guess.
Here's another one. And we're going off topic here.
Jim's frozen.
So sorry, Amelia Hartford.
Finish what you're saying, Jim.
Yeah.
When he freezes, we go to another topic because you're frozen. You know,
we segue.
Yeah, so, what Amelia Hartford does is she has her friends come on the show that seem to be scantily dressed.
They're just my sorority friends.
Yes. Yeah, but she's generally pretty decent, you know.
I've tried that. I've tried working with my friends, and
it's walking the line.
Yeah,
you look at her most popular video. Her most popular video, the thumbnail is some chick who's pulling up her shirt, and it's not her; it's her friend.
Yeah. Well, it's a gimmick. It is a gimmick to get people to come watch the videos. The problem is that gimmick seems to get a lot of hate from people once they get into the video. And that's the reason we're talking about it right now. You know, there's a lot of haterade in the mix when you go down that road. I don't know that it's worth it, but I've never been on the receiving end of that money from you know what I mean? So it's hard to say what's worth it. What has he found?
Yep. Just Kevin.
What?
Kevin's my guy that has more held comments, and none of them are against me. They're always against somebody else's comments.
Oh, you're reading your comments?
Sure. You're a Canadian over here.
You need to freaking gift old Kevin a membership to your channel.
You know,
can you do that? Is that a thing? Can you
I had
gift
a great conversation with dudes one day. He's looking at his comments. I said, "Hey, you know, there's this help for review section, and then there's even another section after that."
I know.
He's like, "What?"
I just found that. I just found that.
I didn't know it existed.
I didn't realize
it
it
itself
existed
every
either.
60 days.
Dude, this guy found it. And
oh my god, these people really are.
Yeah, he's reading them, and I'm just like, maybe you shouldn't be reading these ones.
It makes me want to stand in front of a mirror and question my own, humanity.
No,
that was a great moment.
I'm telling you, I do believe you should do some of the reading of your hateful comments. Because we have 38 minutes left or 30 minutes left in this show. Why don't we can completely go off topic and regale us with some of the winners in your mean comments section.
But see, that's the weird thing. None of these don't even have the right context, because you'll have ones that don't. And this is what we figured out after we read a bunch of these. You'll get somebody asked a question or somebody made a comment. Then you'll get somebody said something to that comment. And then there'll be a lot of back and forth strings of just hateful towards I hate you, towards I just want to see you not living. And then just a lot of that. But then they'll be skipping over other comments that were not flagged that actually gave context to the overall what's going on here. So when you read them, you're like, I don't know what Bill has against Fred. Well, it wasn't hateful when he said the things he said. And then it gets all out of whack, and it makes no sense.
So you haven't found a good one worth talking about yet.
Like, these are held for review so weirdly. It doesn't. And then there's just the straight up, like, we all know, like, you should go eat blank and suck startup blank and die, and it's just like,
oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah, he can't say that.
Cool.
I can see why that one is. There are some
where the sun don't shine.
Here, give us your one that's the weird one. You got to have some weird ones that are on there, like you don't understand why.
Jesus ate peanuts, so you can eat cheeseburgers, baby Huey.
What? Why is that up for review?
I don't know. When YouTube's like, I don't bet it. Weird.
Yeah, YouTube gives you 0. Oh, this is why this is here. This is why we did.
Well,
no, there's
okay, so they flag it. It's in a column. It says likely spam.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I get some AI generated spam sometimes. It's just people. So, AI takes clips of other people's responses.
Well,
and just
Fox is into it right here. The video with you just in different voices reading these comments could be gold. Especially if you put a voice on that isn't like, oh, that's the thing. You look at the name and you look at, the comment, and you just make up a voice that you think goes with this person.
But then you have to give up their names.
Well, no. You know this. They don't know the name. You are deciding. Yeah, you got to decide what voice you're going to give for the comment. So, you got to go with whatever.
Okay.
Screenshot the comment and post that too.
You could.
Here you go. This is a video on a wooden truck, a Ford F-150, built with a wooden body, all hand built. I made good comments about said truck. I don't know where the deference of this guy's thought pattern was.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Yeah. But he goes, that truck is beautiful. This guy talking is a total dipshit piece of crap. There we go.
Yeah, you said nothing nice thing about it.
Misspelled that. So
that kills me all the time with misspellings. My brain will read it the right way until I'm like, okay, I need to focus and read this. And then I go to read it and I can't read it because it's wrong and it messes me all up.
I can't mention how many times I've responded to a comment on Instagram or something, and I go back and reread it later. I'm like, what the hell was I trying to say?
I'll do that. I'll type it all off and I'll look over it real quick. Oh, looks good. I'll hit send and then I'll start reading it after it's sent.
Yeah,
and then I'm like,
exactly.
There's the thing I didn't
see.
These
get held for reasons like this. Probably going to be the last time Disney made money off of a film before going woke. That was the comment. Great. Let's all talk wokeness. And then response comment, but you're too stupid to know what the F woke means. So how about you jump in a hole and die?
All right. That's nice.
Held for review. Potentially inappropriate.
Well, somebody jump in a hole and die is inappropriate.
Is it?
Same guy. He's batting 5 for 5 here. I wouldn't want anything to do with Disney either, especially nowadays. Money, you F-tards, could define woke with a shotgun to his head. Laughy face, bunch of effing morons, go die.
So, and this is the same guy in multiple comments?
He is just spamming people's comments with.
So this guy spends his day going through your comments.
It has nothing to do with me. He's
harassing
not against me.
No, but he's harassing people in your comments. Yep. Wow. See, and this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is what I'm talking. This is part of the things I talked about and why I was against the whole going. This is why.
Effing Mustang, ugliest DT. Here's Kevin. Kevin will redeem us. Nobody really remembers what the H Chrysler or Ford was doing, but everyone remembers the Chevys. I can hardly wait to hear all the butthurt comments coming my way. Long live GM and the rest of you. Well, you know. Kevin. Yeah. Long live Government Motors. LOL. Neither one of you nutsacks know shit about Shinola. Get bent.
Oh, that's a good one. You need to put that one up.
That's
put that one. No, are you approving these?
Well, I
feel like you need to approve Kevin. Kevin should not. I like Kevin.
Polarizing.
I don't know who Kevin is, but I like Kevin.
I don't either. Kevin has some good comebacks though.
No, the Kevin one would have been approved, and then the response is the one that's being held.
So
Airman Schmuckatelli is what we called it on our side, you know.
And this one just says Borg Warner Tranny. So he was mentioning the transmission, and it got flagged for potential inappropriateness for the word tranny. So yeah,
approve that so they can stop with that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's this one. Okay. Same guy as before who doesn't like people. Really no more instances of fire than any other car. The non-existent problem was way overhyped. Same with Nader's hatred of the Corvair. Get off the crack. From the era where death traps, awful steering, awful brakes. I've watched the Corvair videos. You'll die if you drive one. Rear wheel completely tucked in. Oh yeah, people wanting safer cars were P-word in your mentally retarded option. Let your teens drive classic cars and watch them die. Maybe you think differently when you visit them in the morgue and the steering column sticking out of their chest. F-tard. Probably think seatbelts and some leftism plot to enact New World Order is in change.
This is Homeboy. What was his name?
We're going to call him Fred.
Oh, this is a different guy, not the.
Yeah, he's the same one that was bagging on the Disney people.
Yeah.
See, at a certain point, if you've held 19 comments from the same guy, maybe you stop letting him comment.
Yeah, because YouTube wants you to do that for some
Brad
reason.
Sounds like a happy fella.
Well, he doesn't really seem to have a base because he's just going after whatever they're saying.
Well, so is that the thing? Is that like when you and I like to just argue the contrary to whatever the other person's talking about?
And here's a big one. So I made a video that had a lot of offhanded context, and I'm going to get a lot of this one on that's a two-door sedan. I know it's a two-door sedan. I need to make a video to explain the video at a certain point for certain people because they couldn't get over the fact that I said a coupe was a sedan or vice versa. I said it was a coupe. It's a sedan. I know it's a sedan. The point of the video was to show that people don't know what they're talking about and it doesn't matter in the car community.
And what I told him is he shouldn't be surprised. He shouldn't be surprised when no one gets the super introspective freaking point that he's trying to do. It's like you've made a video for people that have a small attention span, like Mongrels has said, that aren't paying attention enough and have a lot of time on their hands to be able to tell you,
it had context
tell you that you're wrong. And then you're surprised when they don't catch your very nuanced.
They missed the artistic vision.
Yes, exactly. When they miss your artistic vision, you're like, wow, I'm surprised these mouth breathers missed it. Weird.
I occasionally put purposeful errors in my video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was the point of the video.
But you can't be surprised when those people show up and react. You don't get to be like, oh, these people are idiots.
I know, and I knew they were going to say it.
Exactly.
The problem is there was so many of them. I was like, wow. Wow.
This comes back to like Jim was saying earlier. You're like, I believe you said don't do that. I still stand by it because when you do things like that, it just infuriates you. Yes, you got more views. Yes, you got this interaction, but was it worth it?
You get 25 cents more off that video.
There's a lot of people who don't like patina.
At the end of the day, You have to live with whatever the bet is that you've
we
made.
can't ever read that one.
Oh, see,
they broke down what Pontiac means. I'll put that one in the chat.
Oh, you told me that one. No, you cannot. You need to delete that one right now, just so it shows that you're not okay with that. Yeah, no, you can't say that.
There you go. It's in the chat.
Oh, I know what it is.
I don't know why anyone has a problem with calling it a Cadillac. I mean, it was
sure.
Yeah.
That's terrible. All right, here we go. Changing the oil full of gas from oh no one knows how that happened.
Can't imagine.
So oil full of gas.
So
they added gas to the oil fill,
or it's got a hell of a blow by going on a cylinder.
I think somebody added gas to the other cap.
Hey, I filled up the lawnmower with gas.
It
doesn't run good.
Wait, the lawnmower is still out of gas. It's weird. Where did you
filled
put
the
it?
oil and checked the gas.
Oh, no. Yes, he says yes. That's what. Oh no. Well, I will say, gas does a really good job of cleaning all of the stuff out of the oil gallery.
I'll give them credit on how much did they spill pouring it into the smaller nozzle like that.
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, I feel like they should have been thinking like, man, this lawnmower is really hard to fit.
It's just so angry. It runs a little warm when the oil's real gassy.
Oh. Well, I know the Parisienne did.
Yeah, I had a golf cart that needed an oil change every couple of months because it would it basically would blow by fuel into the oil. It was one of those deals.
I had a small block Chevy that had a 10 psi pump put on it because nobody knew it was a 10 psi pump.
Well,
it definitely blew past the floats and put a lot of fuel in the oil. And it was like, wow, this oil just keeps getting fuller. It's weird.
And I just had that happen on a fuel injected engine. And the Parisienne, when I tried to start it,
oh, my finger.
The fuel regulator was all gummed up in that fuel system. And it just let all the PSIs from the pump go into the injectors. So when you tried to start it, and I didn't realize it. Did I tell this story?
Yeah, hydro lock.
No.
Oh.
It didn't hydro lock. It was dumping raw fuel.
This is the one you caught on fire. Yeah.
And I was up top.
Which is better than hydro lock.
And then, yes, it's better than hydro locking. Man. But it lit off the fuel underneath the car that had been pooling.
And transmission fluid and God knows what else.
Yeah, things got a little excited. So I finally figured out why the thing was running like crap too. It's because it plugged all the injectors. Because I went out there today, tried to get it running better, and finally I said, okay, I changed the intake, I changed the throttle body, I checked. They only had 2 codes on it, and they were both like evap codes. So I'm like, none of this should make this thing run as bad as.
So the injectors were plugged and it wasn't thrown an injector code, huh?
Correct. So I changed.
Injectors are great.
I changed fuel rails and the injectors, and it fired off, and it idles beautifully.
Just throw more parts at it.
Just throw $17 parts at it.
I have quite a few parts. Now I'll take the other rail apart, and I'll take it.
And you can clean all of those.
I'm working on a video right now. I'm working on a video right now on my 79 Camaro. I just pulled the fuel rail and the injectors out the other day, and there's little there are little filters in those injectors that you can pull out and replace. It costs like $10 for a set of filters and O-rings. So I'm doing a video on replacing all that shit.
There's literally a reason why rebuilt injectors are half the price as new injectors.
Well, and you can also decap them. That's a big thing for the LS side.
I saw that. I don't know that mine needs to do that.
Right? I've never done that.
You're right. If it had run long enough and I didn't keep disconnecting the battery all the time, then yes, it probably would have eventually thrown a lean bank. Yeah. But
we never gave it that much opportunity.
No.
Mine ran. This one ran fine a couple of years ago. It ran fine when I pulled it out of the truck. But I know I had ethanol gas in it, and that's what screwed it up.
Yeah, that never ends well.
At any rate, it's running quite well now. I'm very happy with it. Yes.
This is good.
It is.
Yeah, I'm doing the exact same thing with mine right now.
I think, especially in the way you guys do cars that come and go, what is it, a flow check and cleaner or whatever for injectors? You know what I'm talking. You can't run a full set, but you can clean like 1 or 2 injectors at a time. Is not a bad investment.
No, and my buddy has. I think we can do 4 injectors at a time.
Okay,
with the flow, and you can flow test them and spray pad them and all that. So
I've seen ways of building your own to do all that stuff. So.
There is, but I mean, if you're going to play with an injector once or twice ever, then it's probably not worth it. But the way, especially you two down there, end up with LS swapped vehicles and things that are floating through that've been sitting and pulled out of barns, it makes sense. Now, you dudes doesn't do anything that's not a carburetor, so there's no point for you to have.
I flow checked all of my injectors on my F-150.
Right.
Because I rebuilt all the injectors on my F-150.
I saw a sweet 1977 square body crew cab ramp truck on a marketplace. Huh. Already LS swapped. Guy wants like $9,800 for it.
An LS swapped ramp truck?
Yeah.
I would think the torque would be an issue.
It's a 6.0 with a 4L80E.
All right, yeah, it should. Well, the problem is the same thing.
456 rear gears.
I was going to say it's going to be the same thing Dudes complains about in his truck with that same setup. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not a big block or a diesel that's going to have that oomph to go. I just feel like that motor's working a lot.
No, it works. It works. You just gotta turn her up and get up in the RPM to make it do things.
You're working a lot harder.
Yeah, but they're good for it. LS.
Up to the carb cleaner, turn the injectors on, and pressure.
Yeah,
that will.
Yeah, that worked too. Yeah.
That will do it.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, John's good back. Yeah, they're hyper little guys today. Smaggy's Garage, how you doing, brother? Welcome back in the show. Appreciate you being here. We are getting towards the end of the evening for tonight. It was pretty good though. Lots of
conversation.
Well, I think we flowed back and forth and
conversations were
we kept it well paced. I think so. Half of it. I was out.
Yeah, it was the pace when she left was just.
Was it perfect? Yeah.
No, but Jim did come back really quick. He's like, "Oh crap, they're gonna be all by themselves. Let me get back in there." Good to save us, dude. You left, and Dudes and I were just like, "Oh god, it's just us now."
I don't know. You two can be pretty.
It wasn't my fault.
Oh no,
Canadian duration.
It's a Canadian duratio now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Damn Canadians.
It's a Canuckian duratio.
A Canuckian duratio.
See, you can say that, but you can't say damn Canuck because then don't say
can't say it that way.
Yeah.
That sounds like some sort of disease you have to take penicillin for. I'm just saying.
Like, can you take penicillin for that?
For Canuckian duratio, I don't know if it works. I think ask Mrs. Wrenches if that'll work.
Can you take penicillin for Kanakistan duratio?
I think you're gonna need something stronger.
Something stronger.
I
probably have to add maple syrup or something.
Doxycycline. I have some of that.
My wife likes to mention maple syrup every time Canada gets brought up. So
I watched a thing on making maple syrup the other day up in New York. It's kind of crazy the way they do that.
We just throw the tap right in the tree and away you go.
Yes. That's exactly. So they got taps on all the trees and they got all the lines that run back. And then there's like an industrial vacuum at a house up the hill and all the lines go back there and it just sucks off the trees.
So we're literally like tree vampires at a certain point.
They are literally sucking trees. Yes.
I enjoy the tree blood as breakfast.
Yes. It's tree blood for breakfast. It's
I can't do it. Can't do it. Are you saying that we suck wood up here?
I am saying that the way you extract syrup from the tree has a lot of suction in it. But to be fair, I was watching people in New York, not Canadian, so they could be doing it differently in Connecticut.
They do a little different. They're a little different in New York.
Yeah, they do with a different accent.
What
took it to my veins. See, I figured you'd be more of a gravy guy, the poutine gravy in your veins.
I don't think that's a Canadian thing.
Poutine?
It totally is. Poutine is?
Totally.
Totally is French Canadian.
It's cheese curds on top of French fries with gravy over the top of it. It is the best thing. The cheese squeaks when you eat it.
Well, do you know how many different types we have up here? You can add bacon, different cheeses, all sorts of things.
How are Canadians not obese?
I don't know. I think they only sell it to Americans. Yeah, they know when they can't eat that every day. Whereas we're like, oh yeah, every meal. Let me get some cheese curd.
You gave that to Americans. They'd be like, put some maple syrup on that. We got business here.
Oh, I didn't think about it.
Maple syrup.
I always was entertained by the overly large people that walk into the buffet and they come back to their table with like 2 heaping plates of deep fried stuff, and then they ask for a Diet Coke.
Well, it just tastes different.
It's like, why?
Just give me 4 chicken McNuggets. Take that 5th one.
We just talked about this one the other day. Half Diet Coke, half regular Coke.
Trying to watch
Is that the way to do it? So you get the best and worst.
I need a 4 nugget thing. Take your 5th nugget. Shove it
up your ass. Oh, shut up. Maple bacon syrup flavored poutine with egg. Oh.
Why is it called poutine? That's the part I can't get over. That is a horrible name.
It's because it's a friend. What does it mean? I don't know. Yeah.
We all heard that.
No, that's poutang, not poutine. Those are 2 different things. One is delicious and smells like syrup, and the other one is gravy stuff.
It's got chunks of cheese and gravy.
You never know. I'm not going to comment on what that's going to smell like.
I was wondering how that was going to.
Oh man!
Woo. All right, boys, and it's been 2 hours.
Yes.
It was a good show tonight. I think we did good. Here's the deal, and I want to talk to you boys about this. I don't know that the podcast needs to be on a automotive level every weekend. I think whatever topic we put, we're going to end up talking about automotive because that's our background and that's the thing that brings us together. But I don't think we need to necessarily limit ourselves to automotive topics to start. I don't know. What do you guys? Because I feel like we're narrowing in on a bit of content, you know?
I think we'll always be automotive central, but I don't see why we have to stick to automotive topics. But
exactly.
Most of the people that we draw in are from the automotive community.
Well, that's kind of like I like doing the YouTube episode tonight because most people that we bring in are
beards versus skins. We've already got that going on, Fox.
Next week we're talking about Biden and Trump.
Oh God, I don't want to do that either.
We're not going political.
Yeah, we're definitely not going. So we've been kicking around different ideas about maybe doing a video of some sort that we watch and get some information on and then discuss type of thing is an idea.
Great. So discuss in disgust.
Yeah, basically of some sort.
Yeah, I remember that conversation. That was great.
So I don't know. There's something. I think there is some. Foxes. I'm down for whatever. I'm just here to make fun of whatever it is you guys say. And the reason I bring it up is because tonight we did YouTube and we talked about YouTube. I thought it was a really good episode and we were all over the place. And I think that kind of leads more towards off the topic than let's talk about car stuff.
Hey, I'm all for picking a video at the beginning of the week.
I think that could be fun.
to watch.
We pick a video, and it's something like almost history related or something that happened, and then we all talk about. It's almost like a really lame book club that we can make cool.
Hey,
Well,
but
you know
yeah,
what?
I mean,
I
post
just
it on
show
your
up because
community
of
That's
page.
not how you
Everybody-
describe that book club to me, but we're not going there.
I didn't want to do that. But yes, you can put it on the community page to where everyone knows what we're talking about. But then that comes down to, does anyone see that in advance, and is it worth?
Hey, I'm just here because I'm a dudes with wrenches fanboy and closet fanboy here. So,
Leighton, what's up? Closet fanboy. This is my way to get close to him. One day,
that's
I'm
why you
going to
want to
touch
get close to him.
I
One
think
day.
it just come out of the
It's a
closet.
horrible phrase, and you should probably never say it again, because closet fanboy seems like a Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
No, that's basement fanboy, and he just wants you to put the lotion on the skin until he can wear your face like a mask.
All right, so you said Jeffrey Dahmer. So speaking of Jeffrey Dahmer, did any of you catch any of the business trial this week?
The what now?
You guys?
Business.
What?
Oh, you guys totally didn't space on that.
They were
huh?
telling me about space aliens.
Okay, so there's this lady. Her last name is Shabusiness.
And
She
no,
cuts the head off her boyfriend.
I did hear about this. Now that you say that, business. Yep.
what?
Yeah, he got Skylinked over there, but the lady's last name is Business,
Okay.
What's her first name?
and she murdered.
Tell me it's Nunya is her first name.
Taylor.
None of this business.
Nunya business. God, there was an opportunity there that was missed.
Yeah. So
First
anyway,
degree murder.
yeah. So they found her guilty in like
Oh,
under an hour, and then I think when
Hell yeah,
they
lady.
tried
She
to
straight
decide
up told
whether
him,
she
she's
was
like, I don't know why I
crazy or not.
forgot his head in that bucket.
Look, this chick is totally crazy, but they did say, yeah, we're not letting you off on insanity plea. So
Yeah,
we're-
and she kind of freaked out on her lawyer. So
Wait.
Oh, geez.
Everyone's like, you're crazy. You're definitely crazy. You're just not that kind of crazy. Okay.
they got
Well,
real
you know,
high.
how
Here's the
was-
sum up of the story. They got weird on the drugs, and then
Booey.
she started doing the
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack you a little bit. And then she just kept going with that. And then she's like, oh no, he's dead. And then she dismembered him. And then like, I'm gonna go put him in places. And then she forgot some of the pieces. And then his mom came home.
yeah. And so,
What
but
kind of drugs were they on? Because I
Meth.
want to know. Just meth. Okay, that
Meth.
makes
Just
sense.
but she's also bipolar. But the
Hmm.
the thing was, the reason they're like, yeah, we're not going to let you go with insane is because she had been Googling Jeffrey Dahmer. So, so
She was
so
like,
yeah.
I wonder what this tastes like. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, did she eat him?
Maple syrup.
They didn't find those parts, man.
Maple syrup overdose.
Yeah, it's maple syrup on it.
I called him Putin.
Can you overdose from
But look, I
maple
watched some of
syrup?
that video. They streamed it. They streamed the hearings for that live on YouTube. I mean, you can watch it live.
Okay.
And
But
I
it's
watched.
still,
I caught a
was
little
it
bit of
as
that
good
when-
as aliens are real and they're talking to our government? Let's have depositions about it.
Yeah, good idea.
See, I don't want to watch.
I feel like
those-
America has so much not cared that they're literally telling us about real aliens, and everybody's just like, whatever.
Yeah, I mean
that is a
weird.
thing. That is a thing that is currently going on right now. All right, I'm going to find a video because I watch, and the video's going. You're going to learn something. I don't know if it's worth anything to learn, but I'm going to find something, and I'm going to send
But
it.
you didn't know anything about Taylor Business, so
I didn't know anything about Taylor Shabusiness, and as it should be Nunya
Look,
Shabusiness.
they had her,
Taylor's pretty good. Tell her your business.
they had her dad. They had her dad come out and speak in her defense. He was in a prison jumpsuit, chained up.
Oh Jesus!
Her dad.
Christ.
Yeah.
The character witness had to come
Yes,
from
Karen
prison.
Witness. Yep.
Oh my
Shit,
God.
no.
She's not that bad of a lady.
When I knew her, I haven't seen her in 25 years. Oh no, I'm sorry. All right. On that note, we're
Seriously going to end on that note?
Run here.
Back
Brandon
to
went
the
off
studio.
topic as it gets.
I feel like that's definitely the time to
Finish
run
your
away.
business.
We literally have a finished
Thank you.
your business and maple syrup overdose. So, I mean, if you haven't gotten what you came here for tonight, then we're not your people. I don't know what to tell you. I really want to appreciate everyone that came out tonight. Cousin Cletus and Oregon Trailblazing Becky, thank you very much for being part of the channel and being members. If anyone wants to get in on that, we always accept monetary donations. We're kind of shills like that. Make sure you get over and check out Mongrel's Garage if you have not. We've got cool stuff going on over there. Midnight Road. Realistically, you guys should be there already. Why aren't you? Dudes with Wrenches. If you're subscribed over there, go unsubscribe. He doesn't need you. And what am I looking at here, dudes?
The Shabusiness.
Oh, that is Shabusiness. Jesus, that is haunting. That is, I stabbed him in the face.
Cut his head off. Put it in the trash can.
Left it in a bucket. I bled him in the sink.
Oh my God. I'm not going to lie to you. This looks like somebody your wife would go hang out and have drinks with.
And the best is her laughing in the background.
That's because she's either said the same thing or
watch some of that footage from that trial.
I can't. That look is.
I'll be able to.
From her.
Oh, you're trying to learn the lesson. Teach me your ways.
Teach me your shabusiness.
You will see how crazy
All
that
right.
woman is.
And on that bombshell, we're out.